Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I share stories from my life to help us all navigate love, heartbreak, and everything in between. Kindly subscribe for more touching stories. Today I'm diving deep into something super personal. The title of this video is The Red Flags I Ignored in Men I Once Loved: How Painful Experiences Became My Greatest Teachers. Grab a cup of tea, get comfy, because this is going to be raw, emotional, and hopefully really helpful. Let's get into it. Have you ever looked back on a relationship and thought, how did I not see that coming? You know, those moments where the signs were screaming at you, but you just ignored them? Yeah, that's me. I've been there more times than I'd like to admit. I mean, we're talking about red flags waving like they're in a parade. And I was the one pretending it was just a colourful backdrop to my fairy tale. But here's the thing, those ignored warnings didn't just break my heart, they rebuilt me. They turned my pain into power. If you're watching this and nodding along, stick with me. This story is for you. Okay, let's rewind to my early 20s. I was fresh out of college, full of dreams, and honestly, a little naive about love. My first big relationship was with this guy named Alex. We met at a party, classic rom-com setup. He was charming, funny, and had this way of making me feel like I was the only person in the room. But right from the start, there were these little things, red flags, if you will. For one, he was super possessive. Like, he'd text me non-stop when I was out with friends, asking who I was with, what I was doing. At first, I thought it was cute. He cares so much. But it escalated. He'd get jealous if I even mentioned a male coworker. I remember one night I came home from a girls' night out, and he was waiting up, accusing me of flirting with the bartender. I laughed it off, said he was being silly. Why did I stay? Because I was in love, or at least what I thought was love. I convinced myself that his jealousy meant he was passionate about us. Spoiler, it wasn't passion. It was control. Then there was the inconsistency. Alex would shower me with affection one week, surprise dates, sweet notes, and then ghost me emotionally the next. He'd cancel plans last minute, blame work, but I'd see him posting on social media with his buddies. I ignored it because when things were good, they were amazing. I told myself everyone has off days, but deep down I knew better. My friends would point it out, saying, "Girl, he's playing games." I'd defend him and make excuses. Why? Fear of being alone, I guess. That fear kept me blind. Fast forward a couple of years and I met Jake. Oh, Jake. He was the artistic type. Musician, dreamer, all that. We bonded over late night talks about life and creativity. But the red flags, they were neon. He was always broke, borrowing money from me for just this once emergencies. Rent, car repairs, you name it. I'd lend it thinking I was being supportive. But he never paid it back, and it started adding up. Worse, he'd dismiss my feelings. If I brought up something that bothered me, like how he flirted with other women right in front of me, he'd gaslight me. "You're overreacting. That's just how I am." And I'd believe it, question my own sanity. Why did I ignore these? Part of it was low self-esteem. I'd grown up thinking love meant sacrifice, that I had to fix people. With Jake, I stayed because I saw potential. If I just love him enough, he'll change. Sound familiar? I poured my energy into him, ignoring how drained I felt. My career suffered, my friendships faded, but love, right? It blinds you. And then there was Ryan, my last big heartbreak before I woke up. Ryan was successful, stable, on paper, perfect. But the red flags were emotional. He never opened up, kept everything surface level. Intimacy, forget it. He'd shut down during arguments, give me the silent treatment for days. I ignored it because he provided security. After the chaos of Alex and Jake, stability felt like a win. I'd cry alone, wondering why I felt so lonely in a relationship. Friends said he's emotionally unavailable. I'd think, but he's trying. No, he wasn't. I was the one trying, bending myself into pretzels to make it work. Looking back, I ignored these flags because I didn't value myself enough. Society tells us women to nurture, to forgive, to see the good, and I did, all at my expense. Each relationship chipped away at me, leaving me exhausted, doubting my worth. But I stayed, hoping for that happily ever after. The breaking point came with Ryan. It was our 2-year anniversary. I'd planned this romantic dinner, poured my heart into it. He showed up late, distracted, and when I asked what was wrong, he exploded. "You're always pushing for more. Can't you just be happy?" That night, as I sat alone in our apartment, tears streaming, something snapped. I realized I'd been ignoring the truth for years, not just with him, but with all of them. I replayed every red flag in my mind: Alex's control, Jake's manipulation, Ryan's detachment. The pain hit like a wave. I felt stupid, angry at myself. How had I let this happen? I cried for days, journaled everything. It was messy, ugly. Therapy helped. I finally sorted out. My therapist said, "You didn't ignore them because you're weak. You ignored them because you were hopeful. But hope without boundaries is just denial." That moment shattered me, but it was the start of healing. I ended things with Ryan, went no contact with the exes. It hurt like hell, loneliness, regret, all of it. But in that pain, I found clarity. Those experiences weren't failures. They were wake-up calls. All right, let's talk lessons. These painful chapters taught me so much, and I want to share them with you, especially if you're single and navigating the dating world. I'll list them out, but remember, these are from my heart to yours. Relatable truths for us ladies. First, trust your gut. That little voice saying something's off, listen to it. With Alex, my intuition screamed about his jealousy, but I silenced it. Now I know if it feels wrong, it probably is. Don't rationalize red flags. Second, set boundaries early. I let Jake borrow money without consequences, and it bred resentment. Boundaries aren't walls, they're respect. If a guy crosses them, like dismissing your feelings, call it out. If he doesn't adjust, walk away. Third, don't fall for potential. Oh, this one hits hard. With Jake, I loved who he could be, not who he was. Real love accepts the present. If you're constantly thinking he'll change, you're dating a fantasy. Fourth, emotional availability is non-negotiable. Ryan taught me that. You deserve someone who shares, who shows up emotionally. If he's closed off, it's not your job to pry him open. That's his work. Fifth, self-love comes first. I ignored flags because I didn't love myself enough to demand better. Now I date from a place of wholeness, not need. Single ladies, build your life, hobbies, friends, career. The right guy will add to it, not complete it. Sixth, pay attention to actions over words. All 3 guys said they loved me, but their actions, not so much. Words are easy, consistency is key. And seventh, it's okay to leave. Staying doesn't make you strong, knowing when to go does. These experiences showed me that heartbreak heals, but staying in toxicity scars deeper. These lessons weren't easy, but they're gold. If you're nodding, know you're not alone. To all the single women watching, you deserve epic love, the kind that lifts you up, not tears you down. Don't repeat my mistakes. Spot those red flags: jealousy, inconsistency, gaslighting, emotional distance. They're not quirks, they're warnings. Date smart, ask questions early. What are your values? How do you handle conflict? Observe how he treats others. Wait staff, family. And please surround yourself with supportive friends who'll call you out lovingly. If you're in a situation like mine, it's okay to seek help. Therapy, books like Why Does He Do That? By Lundy Bancroft. They changed my life. You're worthy of healthy love. Don't settle. The pain of leaving is temporary. The regret of staying is forever. You're strong, beautiful, and capable. Trust me, better is out there. Whew, that was heavy, but sharing it feels freeing. These red flags I ignored, they weren't just heartbreaks. They were my greatest teachers. They taught me resilience, self-worth, and what real love looks like. Now, I'm happier, wiser, and yes, dating again with eyes wide open. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk stories, and drop a comment. What's a red flag you've ignored? Or a lesson love taught you? Let's support each other in the comments. Thanks for watching. Love you all. See you next time.